Hey everybody, it's Kenny K here again. It's been a while. Was a little bit sick, and you know that feeling. Then you don't wanna get off the couch, only see movies and don't talk about them. But now I'm back again, and I really wanted to talk about Halloween 4, directed by Dwight H. Little. And yeah, it's the first thing that pops my mind is the fact that it gets a 5.8, which I'm giving it a 6.5. Now, now the thing is, if you look at slasher movies, usually if you get a slasher movie that's between 5 and 6 is good. Between 6 and 7, that's very good. Like My Bloody Valentine, I think it had 6.1 or 6.3. So these are really good. I'm not sure what, and I'm a big Halloween fan, but the first Halloween, the original, the OG from 1978, I think 6.8, or I think just above 7.1. I'm not sure about that, but that was one of the exceptions. But as also because it was one of the new things that came out, right? Something we seen before in different types, like Black Christmas, A Bay of Blood, but with the slasher, inhuman strength, mask following girls. You have sex, boom, you die. It's basically, and you have to have a final girl, and that's usually the innocent girl. Now I give this movie a 6.5. Yeah. It's the it this it's a love and hate movie for me. You got Donald Pleasance in this one, which extremely he's back again. He's extremely good as an actor. He it's I'm so glad they went with him because, as you may or may not know, John Carpenter called up his first choice was Peter Cushing from, as you remember, he made all those Vincent Price and Christopher Lee, those horror movies back then, the Hammer horror, right? Uh, and in 79, of course, the line, "You may fire when ready," which was in the Death Star from Star Wars A New Hope when he destroys Leia's planet. He basically scoffed the idea that I'm too good for that role. Now, I'm thinking he got Donald Pleasance got $20,000. I'm not thinking that those Hammer movies that he got 20 grand of those Hammer movies. No fucking way. No fucking way in hell. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. They were popping them out like Tic Tac pills, those Hammer horror movies. No, I can't believe that. But the thing in this movie, the only thing in this movie is, okay, first of all, Donald Pleasance is back. how, right? So we have a Donald Pleasance that's back, and the thing is, we okay, okay, whoa, 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 whoa. Set the brakes, set the brakes. Wasn't he killed in the second one? You know, when he is in a surgical room and he says, "It's time, Michael." I mean, now apparently, Dwight H. Little was an asshole. Apparently, he was a really t- frustrating dude to work with, and head screenwriter, he had the idea. He had so many good ideas. I learned that in the making of Halloween 4. You should watch it. It's free on YouTube. And uh, he had the idea of starting the movie in the blistering. You see the you sorry starting the movie. You see the surgical room door from the outside, and then you see it blow up, but Loomis flying out towards the screen, and then after that, Myers coming and collapsing. Boom. And them taking a, a, a bacon fried Michael Myers to the back to fucking asylum or something like that. But that was his idea, and I actually thought it was a good. One of the only explanations that you can give me. It's a stretch, but it's still an explanation. So yeah, the thing is, he says, if you see, I mean, he blew up in the same fashion that Michael Myers basically blew up, and the only thing that he had was a weird wound on his cheek, which looks like a boiling egg sunny side up, just smacked on his cheek. And apparently, throughout the movie, and the last time I watched it was also for this review again. The last time I watched it, the well, I was trying to see. Apparently, it moves. At some point, it's here, and at some point, I believe somewhere when the massacre of the police station. There, I believe somewhere that area. I mean, it's not if I'm the movie. I'm gonna tell you more, and you're gonna hear it's not abnormal that they made such mistakes. Um, so you got Ellie. Ellie Cornell is a new character. Ellie Cornell, Heather, who's a foster sister of Daniel. Daniel Harris, of course. Uh, Jamie Lloyd. She plays Jamie Lloyd, who's then, and that's where the connection of the first two movies comes into play. And she was the kid of Laurie Strode, and the dad we don't know who he is. And the fact is that they had a car crash. Jamie survived, and she went to a foster family. Now, the thing is, what I don't understand is they kept it court sealed who the parents were. It was set in the second movie. They kept it court sealed. Nobody knew about it. even Loomis didn't know who the real parents of Laurie Strode were. They were the Myers family. Now, I'm somewhere thinking, is did they these people, okay, first of all, nobody knew this fact. Loomis, okay, Loomis was dead. The only one who know, okay, was that uh, the assistant nurse Loomis had there. Uh, and tell would she tell the entire news networks that she's the daughter of this boogeyman of so if that was the case, then she's a fucking bitch. It's good that she dies 2 times. I think she dies. I think she dies twice. I think she dies. She gets it twice. Twice. Um, in Halloween H2O and in Halloween Kills. Yeah. So that's the reason also why Jamie gets badgered and in school, calling her dad was a boogeyman, and she still misses her mom very much. And then you see she's holding a picture of Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie Strode, and um, I have to say that for such a young girl at that time, she acted supremely well. And uh, she could act in extreme situations, like on the rooftop when Myers is on the rooftop with Heather, and she's on the rooftop. Uh, it's she will. I have to say she did a solid job in it. In in the fifth one, when she gets in her A game again, when she gets the scenes that she should be in, she's great again. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen in the fifth one, but that's for later. This so. um, Very cool is that this movie starts with a complete different motif. You don't have the pumpkin head that opens up and becomes a skeleton or something, and no, you have this creepy barn, farm, and you see like the Grim Reaper hanging there as a statue, and then I think then you have the team, and team is really great in this one. And I have to say again, for the one who I don't think John Carpenter did the team. I think his his second his partner in the second movie took over the team uh, for the fourth one, and I have to say it was a really eerie, creepy set design with you start out with a complete farm and then go to those like the scarecrow hanging there, and then a grim reaper doll, but it's flying and there's wind, and you can see also it's fall. That's also one of the things that they had a problem with when they were shooting for Halloween 1. um, Now, George P. Wilbur in this case is the shape. He plays the shape, and he also plays a shape in Halloween 6. That uh, insanity of a movie. He she, she They call him Beer Gut Michael. Beer Gut. If you see him from the side, he has this boink. He has this big egg digesting in his fucking stomach. It's he's uh, but they liked him. They liked him. But he had a he had a problem. He did something else, and I'm not sure what he did, but enough that Dwight H. Little, the director, fired him on the spot halfway through the movie. Now, was the problem the blonde haired mask? Oh, yes, a blonde haired Michael Myers mask. Look at this, a fucking blonde haired Michael Myers mask. 3 scenes at least. He's standing there, he takes Loomis, and then he rams Loomis into a glass from the fire emergency, where an accident is, and things like that, and a fire extinguisher, and knocks not, he knocks him in there. So that's like I counted at least 3 scenes. So they had to, if it was one scene, okay, but now you had 3 scenes. So the people who cut the movie did, okay. Blonde hair Michael. Okay. Oh, blonde hair Michael. Okay. Oh, blonde hair Michael. So they why did nobody say such a thing, that a blonde haired fucking Michael Myers is coming on screen? Fucking George, George P. Wilbur is standing there like he said, yeah, just bleach my hair. Maybe I bleached my hair and did an anal bleaching with it. It was the two for the price of one. Jesus Christ. Oh, that's, and I believe that's the argument where he got fired. But the thing was, apparently it wasn't his fault. It was the only mask available. There were so many problems with the mask, and you can see that throughout the movie. A big problem with this movie is the masks. You've got, of course, the mask where Michael Myers goes with in this movie, which is an abomination. Smooth, and the hair like a Wall Street guy, with lack, hair lack, completely, you know, completely weaved backwards, and and I also thought, okay, how you can explain the fact that with the blonde hair mask that okay, if that was the thing, he just went with it. Nobody said, and that's the problem. Nobody said anything. Where was fucking the director? Where was he? He apparently wasn't there for that take. He wasn't there for that take, and he, like I said, had a little bit of problem with George P. Wilbur. But then at some point, George P. Wilbur threatened uh, a little by saying, listen, guy, I know a good friend of mine. He's the chief, I believe, the chief editor of Fangoria magazine. Now, we have to understand, Fangoria was the elite magazine for horror movies. If they say the movie bombs, the movie's worthless, your movie is worthless. Even if it's a top piece, the piece de resistance, doesn't matter. Fangoria says it's fucked up. Then a lot of people are not. Fangoria was like, and Dwight H. Little, he immediately got a panic attack, called Wilbur again, and he could come back. But the mask is also, in the movie. So the movie goes further. Okay, we know. Okay, Michael Myers goes back. He goes back to Smith's Grove Sanitarium. So that's the place where he just Landy, he just just walked out and opened a few other doors of mental crazy nuts, and then fucking they're like sheep in a through of the through eating the grass in this patch of grass. Looked like it was sheep. I mean, they send him back to that place. I mean, no, keep him where he was there. That was a facility that can hold Michael Myers. So now they take this. So they take him with them. They were apparently with five people in that car. And it's weird. I only saw the driver, one, and then the two in the back. Um, who were having that explanation about who he is, and I didn't see the co-driver, and I didn't see another one in the back. So you have five people, yeah. And then we see the first gory elements in a movie, that thumb in the head. He punctures, and it's a weird punctuation. He just does it with his thumb, and just flips the thumb right inside through his skull. It's a fucked up kill, but that shows the strength of Michael Myers. Then, of course, Pleasance, Loomis goes to the side where the car has crashed. Uh, the guy from Smith's Grove is there, and he says, "We couldn't foreseen this. He was a vegetable. We couldn't foreseen this. You don't. The devil never stays a vegetable." I mean, so he was calling him again, the devil, and then, where are you going to, Haddonfield? That's where he belongs, and that's where I'm finding him. He finds him midway in a in a in a diner and a garage. That's how he gets his overalls. That's one. His overalls and his shoes, probably. Uh, and then you have that scene which I really liked. So you got Loomis with a new hardware, from a 6 shooter to a 9 millimeter or 45. I'm not sure. He says, "Take me, Michael. Take me, but let it stop. Please let it stop." Now, and I'm thinking, and Michael Myers is standing there. Now, it was apparently it was a mirage, because we'll soon see that he shoots at him 3 times in the glass window, um, and apparently he was standing then somewhere else, and he drives. It's that's the thing with all those fucking bad guys. They always super transport into another location. You can walk, you can run 10 miles, okay, from Michael Myers, but oh boy, he's gonna be after you, right after your head. He's gonna be, he'd be, hey, I mean, it's always so weird that they killers then, okay, he shoots immediately. He drives the car out of the station, blows the fucking thing up. So, okay. And also something that I noticed with Donald Pleasance, I mean, his makeup was really bad. He had this, the wounds, at some point he's hitchhiking, but he's completely out of breath. And these fucked up college kids, these asshole pieces of shit, they stop for him, and he's like, you see his hand going for, thank you, thank you. He says thank you, but then you see his hand, and then you see all these crackles in it, and it looked like fucking Golem's hand from the fucking Lord of the Rings. Golem, Golem. Thank you, thank you. And then these kids just drive away and leave him there in the dust. Such pieces of shit. But then this weird priest, reverend, that wants to heal the world, picks him up, and he likes his shine, but eventually he drops him off at the police station. Now you've got a new character there. The actor, Bo Starr, Sheriff Meeker. And I have to say, probably from all the sheriffs of the Halloween series, Meeker is the best one. He's a guy, I mean, his presence, he's big, he's bulky. He's a guy who comes in, I'm Bo Starr, and I want that beer. You know? So, I'm Bo Starr, and I want that pussy. You see that? He wants it too, and he too. Yeah, something like that. So Bo Starr, I mean, he's a great actor. He was great, also a great actor, a great sheriff. The guy, I really adored him. He was. Sorry, I was checking the camera. He was a very, like I said, he was a presence in the room. When he was in the room, he was like, "Where the fuck are we gonna do now? Come on, you fucking assholes!" And then let's catch this motherfucker. And he had that attitude of really going after Michael Myers, and he didn't need too much explanation shit like Brackett did, and then other sheriffs did in the fucking other movies. He was the one who really took action. He took his riot gun that he had, an automatic shotgun, and they started. They immediately did what's a lockdown. After, before they do that, the power plant goes out. Michael Myers took care of that, did he? And then I mean, and then he kills the rest of the police. I mean, how many police? Two, I think. Two in the station. That's it. Michael Myers just runs through those two like they're steaks on a table. I mean, is if that's a police station. But at some point, Meeker also. So what happens is basically you've got this bar with all these redneck types, and they want to take. Apparently, the barman, the boss of the gate of the joint, he lost his son to Michael Myers. Now, who there weren't a lot of men in the second movie. In the first movie, yeah, you got Bob, and Bob, and he didn't have a lot of men. So okay, that's like the weird thing to also with Friday the 13th Part 4, with the guy looking for his sister who died 2 days ago, and he's he's not informed, and because he thinks she's alive, but they took all the bodies out. So, and at some point, and that's so cool, he everything goes down. So the light, he says, "I'm gonna try to call the sheriff station." Doesn't pick up. Okay, that's that's a good sign for me. And then he says something, "John Lucas." Here. He throws two shotguns to these people, to these guys. Himself takes a shotgun. You see the entire joint coming. They're all coming out of it. 3, 4 pickup trucks, 4 people each. Um, with sniper rifles, with hunting rifles, shotguns, and you've got yourself a vigilante posse, and that was cool. It was really cool. I, this movie is basically, you can say this movie is almost sort of a remake from the first one, but on steroids. That doesn't make it better than the first one. I like the first one much better. It's my favorite horror slasher movie. No, the but this one, you see more of Haddonfield. You see more characters. More characters are fleshed out. In the original Halloween, you had these three girls, and it looked like they were living on in Mars, because nobody, you couldn't, you didn't even see a car driving. If you wanted to see a car driving, you had to go to Main Street, and you saw one car, and that's it. Okay, so they got but yeah, and so here you have a lot more characters, fleshed out, and a lot more set pieces uh, used by the characters, used by Michael Myers. And Michael Myers in this movie was super smart. He, like I said, he went step by step. First, his overhauls, his shoes, the mask, the power, of the town, and then the uh, the police. So in his mind, making Haddonfield an open target. Now the mask. Okay, listen. The mask. Something I want to say is also, I had this comment. I read this comment of a guy said defending the mask, saying, "Yeah, but who wants a mask of a serial killer from so many years ago?" And just la la la. True, true. But that mask, how atrocious it was. It's the worst mask in the series. I think so. For me, it looks a lot like that mask. So the boogeyman mask, courtesy of Jamie Lloyd. I mean, fuck. It it's still a mask that looked like the killer's mask, and they selling it. Okay. Another really cool scene is the scene where the sheriff, and he knows there's now a posse out on the streets of Haddonfield, so he's thinking, let them do the work. He only has one deputy left. He comes to his house. He has this big ass house. Heather finds her boyfriend cheating there. Of course, she has a boyfriend that is cheating, uh, and with the sheriff's daughter. And yeah, Meeker is, if you ever touch my daughter again, I'd take your balls off. Okay, immediately like this something. Yeah, you're gonna sing soprano. Like I said, it was so cool. And Loomis is there too. So they're calling the state police to come and help them, and they get them on the line, so they're coming. And meanwhile, outside, you have these rednecks shooting at this. Uh, what's it called? A, oh my God, this plantation thing where you can sit. I don't know the name. Don't know how to translate that. He gazebo. I think that's the name. But they're sitting there, and they're one of those jerks, because there are multiple. There's a scene where Meeker and Loomis are just they pick up Heather and Jamie, but you've got a Michael Myers there, and there. So you've got four in there. It was a cool scene, and they were like and then Meeker, what we're gonna do, Loomis, and then I don't know, and then we should get out of here, and then okay, so I think so too. But then you see those fuck that one of them are fucking kids, and they're running away. Then you've got a few other guys. One of them was Michael Myers, the real one. So I'm thinking, hey, you come over here. I was the first one here. Michael Myers, like, flash. uh, so they're all in that house, and then you've got the slaughter of the Meeker house, and that's pretty cool scene. I really do. You've got the kill. You've got the kill of the sexy babe with the immense big boobs, but pits the size of melons, hanging like melons. And this blonde with a long t-shirt. She The way she dies is pretty cool because Mika at this point and Loomis are going to a certain point area to meet up with the state police. Now the deputy is dead at this point. He's sitting there dead, broken neck, I think so. He and then No, no, yeah, he's sitting there in the corner, and then Michael Myers is sitting in his chair. The body's lying in the corner, and he stands up and he just drives like I said, a thumb in the skull, pushing a shotgun, which is really dull. I mean, like this, just penetrating her completely, hanging her against the wall like Bob in the first one. It's so weird. And then the boyfriend, he gets his his comings. I mean, he gets what he deserves. Fucking douchebag, fucking unfaithful prick. He had this nose like a fucking like this, uh, like fucking piglet's nose. Now he I'm not sure what he does. He shoot, but I'm not sure where he shoots at. He, I think he shoots a door open, and he had more bullets, but I'm not sure where he was he fucking shooting at. Michael Myers again coming super slow the steps up. He had he could have reloaded that two-barrel shotgun twice with four bullets. He could have reloaded. So two bullet, boom, boom, two bullet, boom, boom. But he shot somewhere. I believe he shoots a lock off from a door so they can go to the attic. And his death is also pretty cool. His Michael Myers takes it. They really let you see his strength. He's he basically takes his head and squishes it completely into like a melon. He smushes it, piece of, ugh, you know what I mean? Gets a fair, yes, like I said, the gore is pretty good in this movie. It's not extremely absent, but there and some kills aren't gory, but there are certain moments when you have really gory scenes, but it's not constantly in your face. You know what I mean? It's not gore, 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 kill, 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 kill. That's what Halloween kills death, right? In the fucking movie that I like Michael Myers and I like him killing people in movies, but I don't like him killing every 5 minutes or so. It's annoying. It's frustrating. The movies, there's no movie. You can go and watch a snuff movie. I mean, eventually, I mean, they escape the Meeker house. Then, you know, one of the one of the posse pickup a pickup truck with a few members of the posse, 3 members of these vigilantes. They call Meeker and they say, okay, go to the state line and you'll see the state police and warn them. Okay, so they see they're driving, they see the state police coming, the troopers, and then they're firing in the air. You've got two in the back with a shotgun and a rifle, and then in the front he has a gun, so I'm presuming a revolver or something. They're firing. Okay, they know this is Jamie Lloyd and Heather, and again, transporting from how he did that, I don't know. You've got a pickup truck surrounded by five people, okay, and apparently Michael Myers had the snake-like movements to crawl under there, and in like in the movie Cape Fear, where Robert De Niro hangs underneath his car to follow him. He just he Myers does the same here, and then he kills the guy, the two guys back in the pickup truck, and then you have a very gory kill. That's again as a gory kill. You have this. I'm not sure what he does. He takes the skin off the guy, and then he tries to yank his head off, and then Heather pushes him out of the just enough to see some good gore, and then she pushes the victim, the guy who sadly dies, out of the car, and she drives. She tries to get him off the car, and she's doing all this shit, and eventually he falls off, and then you have that. Okay, what they did was they fucked his entire look up. He had these pulpits, I think you call pulpits, men, women carried in their blazers, to these things that made them wider. He has these pulpits underneath his fucking overalls. His garage man's overalls. I mean, it's and the reason, and it's weird. It's like he's standing there like this. It's not equally, but it's like his shoulders are complete like this, and he's standing there, and you can see the silhouette because of the mist behind him and the darkness, and you think, oh fuck, that's not good. Then she drives Myers. She rams him. He falls in what looks like an abandoned uh, cemetery, and then I don't know how Mika and Loomis know they were there. I don't know. I don't know. They showed up with a bunch of posse members, with a bunch of troopers, with his own. No, if he had one of his guys, a deputy, and Loomis, and they you get this scene where they're shooting the crap out of mine. And that's such a great scene, such a great scene. Everybody's firing shotguns, Meeker's riot gun, shotgun bullets. I mean, the guy, and then he falls in a hole, and apparently they also drew dynamite in there. And I mean, okay, this should have been the end of that movie, but fucking money always fucks things up. You get this scene, everybody's happy. Heather and Jamie are back with their foster parents, and they're all happy. And Jamie gets a nice bed. The mom's gonna make her a nice bed, and then we see people talking in the other room, and we see that exact same POV look from the first movie with Michael Myers, when he kills his sister in the beginning as a young boy. And she picks up that mask, and you see her in the bathroom, and the mom says, "Oh, Jamie, why are you wearing that mask?" And then you see her have scissors in her hand, start fucking stabbing her like crazy. And then Loomis is the first one up. He sees Jamie Lloyd in that mask full of blood, that same clown suit. He's so nah, that acting at that moment, it still gives me goosebumps. And he's like, nah, nah. He aims his gun, and Meeker's like takes the gun away. He's nah, nah. He's basically thinking we finally dealt with this demon, and now we have a new one. You know what I mean? And he was his doctor for 15 years, and now he's thinking, "Man, I'm gonna do it again for 15 years now." But I mean, he that was a super emotional scene, and they should have stopped it there, or they should have done something with Jamie Lloyd, but not. Problem is the movie raked a lot of money, and Akkad's, Mustafa Akkad, and then his son later on, because his dad died, he took it over. The Akkads, like Frank Mancuso Jr. is the owner from Friday the 13th. The Akkads are the owner of Halloween. They okay, immediately make another movie. So a year later, we get the abomination of a crapfest movie, Halloween 5, purely for profit, and because they couldn't wait too. They thought if we wait too long, the hype is going out. They waited like 3 or 4 years before they made the fourth one, and they should have waited a few more years, at least 2 years, and think about what they're gonna do about it. No, it had to be. So yeah, for me, the, a fourth one is definitely the better the sequel, but there's a love hate relationship. Like I said, I you have these lovely, cool set pieces, cool gore, practical effects, this good acting. They're all good actors, all of them. Was there a complaint? No, no, really, no. Um, they were all good actors. Or yeah, but just the making of Mike, the shape in this one, how the shape looks was too much for me. The blonde haired Michael, and then of course how the Loomis is his burn wound, like so, like I said, a sunny side up egg plastered against his cheek, and then again at some point it basically it turns around and then plastered here. So they did a lot of they had a lot of problems, but I think what they had with this movie was the people wanted to see Michael Myers again, and that's what they got. And that they put, like I said, full gear gore, a lot more kills, and a lot more Haddonfield. And that's what they did, and that's what the people wanted, and that's how this movie was a success. Um, and I think this movie is one of the better sequels. Uh, SBS. It's better than H2O, but I like H2O only for the third part, the last part. Um, but this is probably my third favorite. In the yeah, one and two are my favorites, and then this one probably number three, number three and number four. I That's a little bit shaky because I sue me. I like the brother sister angle, and then in H2O they ended perfectly with them at the very end. He trying to reach her and she trying to reach him, and almost a emotional, sentimental scene. And then she hacks his head off. He can't come back from that, and that's cool. So cool. Again, they should have stuck with that, but no, okay. But in any case, Halloween 4, for the ones who never seen this movie, it's a recommendation, highly a recommendation. Uh, and, see it with the lights off. It's creepy. It's very eerie. The movie's very eerie and feels creepy. The town feels creepy and dark, and you can feel the fall there a lot more than the first movie because it was spring. So, yeah, look it up. Subscribe. It's free, and adios.